Alright, so, as this is an MS3 class, I'm not going to go into the instruction. You've already had one, and you've already had a in-lab couple repetitions. You've also had an outdoor class setting this up. So I'm going to throw all the failure points that I see. It's going to be a lot more critical now, okay? So, we have my alpha team leader occupying a position. So that tells me that DeAndrea is what?
I'm the alpha.
You're the alpha team leader? Okay, correct. I stand corrected. Bravo team leader. So, what position are you?
Saw. Me?
Yes.
Saw. Yeah.
All right. Bravo automatic rifleman. Okay. So, where are you? Why?
So I can just control all the elements.
No, you're pulling a sector with your guy. The alpha automatic rifleman. Where's your alpha automatic rifleman?
On the right side.
Yeah. Who's he strong pointed with?
I didn't really give them.
Who's next to him?
Automatic rifleman should be with the grenadier.
No. Who controls the alpha automatic rifleman?
Alpha team leader.
Alpha team leader. So, you have your saw gunner strong pointing with who? Who's that person you strong pointed him with?
Like I said, I didn't really give them positions. Like,
Okay, we're missing the point. Thomas is not. He's on the machine gun team, right?
well, the gun teams.
Is he not on the gun team?
Yeah.
So then where would he be?
Should be with the rest of them.
And where should you be?
Next to the.
Saw gunner. Correct. Okay, so I'm assuming we have Restuccia and who's next to us? Hawkins, Grenadier and Rifleman for Bravo team. So that means these two over here, right? Grenadier and Rifleman. What do we automatically see right now? Is this attention 4-8? For the most part, right? Pretty damn close. So what does that mean already out the gate? We're making the picture look like reality. Is that necessarily always accurate? In other words, we really tried and forced a circle here, right? Can it be oblong? Can it be an ellipse?
Yeah.
Right. So what do we have in front of Restuccia and Hawkins? About 20 meters. A rock wall. So what is behind that rock wall? Dead space. Are they covering that effectively?
No.
Is a rock more effective at cover than being a tumor on the side of a tree? Yes. So could we have pushed them out?
Yes.
Okay. Now we have the alpha team leader and the the Bravo team leader and Bravo automatic rifleman. And what's directly 5 meters in front of them?
Log.
And then what's 5 meters past that?
Another.
And then what's 5 meters past that?
Hill.
Hill, bushes, and brambles, right? So what's keeping us from pushing them closer that way? So that way they can cover that IV line or that dead space. Right? Now, we have Benitez and Barry right here. What's directly 5 meters in front of them?
Well, or not.
A rock wall. So what's preventing us from putting them on that rock wall? You see, what are we getting stuck into the mindset of?
The picture.
Picture.
And what is that reducing?
Security.
Our combat effectiveness in regards to our perimeter with the security. Okay? So we're not putting the right people in the right spots. The AB carries 1,000 rounds. Can he effectively support the gun team if he's in direct fire contact and supporting Perez? So we have to put them there. Now who put the gun team there?
Alpha team leader.
You had alpha team leader, so you delegated. Okay? Why'd you delegate?
I was trying to. Well, I wanted to occupy the most.
We understand that.
Um,
But why did you delegate the gun team's emplacement?
he's already gonna be over there.
Okay.
So, and to talk to Bravo team leader as well.
There's nothing preventing you from delegating it, but you also have to look at overtasking your soldiers. What's the alpha team leader doing right now? In placing who? His team. So if he's in placing his team, assigning left and right sectors of fire, getting that hasty lace report, updates, and everything else, would it behoove you to do that and overtask him
No.
when you can do that? What did you do in the meantime while they were in placing?
I was talking to Bravo team leader, but after that, then I kind of just sat here.
You were idle,
Mhm.
right? So the purpose of the squad leader, because remember, the gun team is not part of your sector. It's not part of your perimeter. The perimeter is for your squad. Is a gun team organic to a infantry squad? So then, who in places it?
So
The squad leader, because the gun team is tack on, or in other words, you have tactical command of that gun team while they're attached to you. That doesn't mean that they are free and willing to do whatever they want because they don't fall under you. They fall under tactical command of the squad leader. You place them. You give them guidance for a range card, final protective line, left and right limits, principal direction of fire, and they begin construction of that range card. Okay? So they need to have that guidance from you. The alpha team leaders need to go through. Now, another big thing I didn't see was spot checks. Because you immediately, once they said they were good, came to me and reported you were complete, right? Were you complete?
No.
Because it's not just about emplacing the people. So Restuccia, what is the direction of movement from this location? How far?
From this location,
What was your left limit?
the fallen log is about 50, 75 meters from my position.
Okay. Perez, what is your right limit? Say again?
The end of the stone wall.
The end of the stone wall? Up here? Right there. So, the Alpha team leader and the Bravo team leader assign sectors of fire. My job as a squad leader is to ensure those sectors interlock within the teams. So, the last man on the right side of the 2 o'clock and the first man on the left side of the 3 o'clock should be intersecting. Correction, 4 o'clock. Should be intersecting. That intersection should be a minimum of 35 meters. So what we have is if his is right here and his is over there, that intersection is about 10 meters. From 10 meters, I'm pretty sure I could lob a grenade to you, Mosback. Your job as a squad leader is to spot check. So we failed to spot check the perimeter, because then you could have told our team leader, hey, push Perez and Thomas to the rock wall. Push Restuccia and Hawkins to the rock wall. Then we could have also said, while I go there, hey, what's your right limit? What's the name of the objective? It's not my job to fix it, I'm spot checking. So if they fail to push out that guidance, I can assume the Bravo team leader didn't tell the other sector, the 8 o'clock. So I'd call him back in and say, fix it. Go tell them the objective name, the distance and direction from the movement from here, and then go confirm the right limit, replace them at the rock wall. I'm not going to physically do it because that's not my role. If that was my role, then I don't need a Bravo team leader and I don't need an Alpha team leader. I'll do the whole damn thing myself. Right? So we get lost in setting the picture and stopping there and trusting that you did your job and you did your job. When in reality, did they? And while it's an ORP, you know, it's what's the big deal? It's just a perimeter. Then can we assume they're going to do their job on the actions on? That the support by fire is going to convey the trigger, the pace plan, the left and right limits for the TRPs, shifting signals. So then they're going to prematurely engage once they see the enemy and not wait for the trigger point. Does this make sense? Okay, let's bring it back up. Once we've established the ORP, now we begin asking for the world. The worst they can say is no, right? So what's the first thing we should probably ask for?
Notional security.
Notional security. We are requesting either from Cadre at CST or whoever that factor might be, an MS4 for the labs, we are going to request adjacent friendly forces to provide outer cordon security to enable mission planning. I am requesting, it's currently 14:02, I'm requesting until 15:30 that notional security be in place. Denied, you have 1 hour. Perfect. Is that an issue for me? Right. So now I've confirmed I have notional security. At this time, Alpha Team Leader and Bravo Team Leader come to my position. Hey, I need y'all to break everybody in so that way we can begin mission planning, and then I will delegate tasks. Okay? Who's going to construct the terrain model?
Alpha team.
First squad.
Alpha team.
Alpha Team. So, who's going to construct the route plan? Alpha
Alpha.
Team Leader. Okay? Who's going to construct paragraph 5 of the order? RTO. Who's going to construct paragraph 4? So then what's Bravo Team doing in the meantime?
Rehearsals. Yeah.
Rehearsals, right? Idle hands, devil's playthings. We don't need everybody inactive, watching other people struggle to work and breathe, okay? So they're constructing the terrain model, and then as you can see, I can build all the terrain without grids. And then the Alpha Team Leader comes down and throws the grids on there for the route. He confirms distance and direction. Once all is complete, I have about 15. I'm going to give task condition standards. Alpha Team, your task is to construct a micro terrain model and a macro terrain model. Reference Ranger Handbook TC3-21.76, Chapter 2, Subparagraph Chapter 2-41. It provides a terrain model checklist. All things at a minimum a terrain model will contain. And then, I'll tell you, with that, you have 25 minutes. Execute. Now, I'm going to start the Alpha Team Leader. Alpha Team Leader, you are in charge of paragraph 1 of the operations order, ensuring that the entirety of the situation paragraph is prepared no later than 14:50. Be prepared to brief. Notice how I'm not utilizing that entire hour. I'm giving enough time for them to construct it, for us to brief it, and then reoccupy our positions. If you're not back in those positions by the time adjacent friendly forces are gone, 9 times out of 90, out of 100, out of a billion, I promise and guarantee you, you will get blown in place by RDSIM. Is that understood? So allocate enough time, within reason, to construct a terrain model, and then brief, and then reoccupy your 10, 2, 4, and 8 for the ORP and be prepared for mission actions on. Okay? So, we have our terrain model constructed. Paragraph 1 of the op order. What's the first thing we brief though?
Roll call.
Roll call. So, the way it's going to go, Alpha Team's on this side, Bravo Team's on this side, headquarters 2x12. Okay, so get so. Now we need to stick to our PSOP, our planning SOPs. So we have restaurants as our attack positions, assembly areas, and our ORPs. We also have spiders as our MSRs, ASR, main supply routes, alternate supply routes. We have, for objectives, big cats. I think they've changed it to be diamonds, crystals, or like minerals, like jade, sapphire, and all that. Topaz. And then we also have our HLZs, or birds, like robin, falcon, HLZ falcon, all that nature. This makes it a lot easier.